I got scammed on Etsy out of 200 euros, and my scammer gave me a 1-star review. I know this is lame, but there's a reason why I'm going to tell you this story right now. First, we just need to do a little flashback here.
Flashback.
Oh no. 6. No, what's 6? I have to see. Place products on coffee. And Etsy! Okay, so I guess we're doing this again. Let's see. Huh? 1 star? I don't remember having 1 star. Where is this from? Oh. What? This guy? He gave me 1 star? Fuck.
End of flashback.
So, yeah, that happened. If you all remember, I did an Etsy shop quite a long time ago in a wild attempt to sell my art there. I got 1 sold really initially, but then honestly, I forgot to update it and I was focused on other stuff. So as you can see from all this YouTube channel, I was out for a while. And so I then even forgot that I had the Etsy shop there. A lot of things were happening in the meanwhile. I wasn't in the best place financially and was really deciding what I wanted to do with my life. If I wanted to continue on art, if I wanted to do something else. I was doing a quick art design course and all of that. I was deciding a lot of things in my life, basically. And while doing all of that, like my Wacom Cintiq broke, and so I wasn't being able to draw a lot digitally like I used to. So it was a good time even to reflect about the things that I really wanted to do with my life. Thankfully, in the meanwhile, I got that fixed. I'm an iPad user now. But there was a light of hope. There was, in December, I always have some extra work and I got a little extra money in that month. So that was really good and I was really grateful for that. And it was right after that, in January, 1 year ago exactly, to be honest, that all of this thing happened. So suddenly, 1 year ago, I received an Etsy notification that someone had ordered a print of mine. As soon as I picked the phone up, I noticed that another notification went through. Another email from what I thought was Etsy, saying that I needed to update my account in order to receive the payment. They said that I had to update my card details, basically. And it could have been a red flag for me, but I hadn't gone to Etsy in a long while, and I had changed my bank account, actually, really recently. So, I don't know, I wasn't thinking. Notice that this was like all happening in a couple of seconds. Yeah, I basically wasn't thinking, and thus this is why all of this happened. For all I knew, something could have expired that I wasn't aware of, so yeah, I wasn't really noticing, and so I acted instinctively. So I clicked the link and it opened a web chat. Mind you that also, clicking the link directly was part of my mistake because I didn't thought about that then, but I clicked the link that was on my Gmail account. So I didn't go to Etsy directly. I'll tell you later why, but this was something that if I had done that, I would notice immediately this was a scam. But going back to the story. So I clicked the link directly and it opened a web page with a chat. And I remember I went back and forth and I checked the email again. I was like, it says Etsy here. But again, I didn't thought about it and I was checking the preview. So I went to that dummy page, I guess, and someone on the chat started talking to me about for me to update my bank details so I could receive the payment from my order. Now that I think about it, I know it's so lame and I was so ashamed for this, you can't even imagine. But this is how we learn and I've owned that. So, you know, PayPal has this system. If you have opened an account on PayPal, you know that for them to confirm that your bank account is yours, they send a small amount of money to your account and then you have to type in a box and confirm the number of cents they sent you. It's a very, very small number. What happened next, I thought it was like a variation from this. So what they basically did was that they asked for the amount that I had on my bank account. I know, you don't need to think or say anything. I know. I wasn't thinking. So they basically asked, they said that I had to confirm that the amount that I had was the same, so it was a match. And of course I didn't think about this, because how could they know how much I had in my account? There's a lot of things here that I know, I'm aware. But so I told them, and then I just had to click something and it would be confirmed and it would be a match and I would receive the payment. And so I clicked it and it took that money from my account. And I'm laughing now because it passed 1 year and I'm okay now, but that was really stressed back then. And I know it's like instinct just suddenly kicked me. As soon as I clicked that button, I felt my heart sink. I was like, wait, I'm being scammed. And I went to my bank account and I saw that, of course, the amount that I had typed in was gone. And so I immediately called up my bank and I told them I was scammed, because I was seeing that the payment was pending. They hadn't accepted on their end, so I was like, I'm calling 2 minutes after. I'm sure there's something they can do. But they told me that, and this was so infuriating in a way, that I had to wait for the scammer to receive the payment in order for them to be able to do something about this. And in the meanwhile, I would have to go to the police and tell them what happened. Report a complaint, and so with that would be even easier for me to get my money back. So I was hopeful for that. I did it, but they said then when I did all of that they couldn't do anything because I had accepted to transfer the payment. And I told them I didn't know I was doing that. That's part of the scam. And they were like, there's nothing we can do. And so, great. So 200 and something euros it took for me. And it was really tough on me back then because that was the bonus that I had received. And I was going to use it for other stuff that I was spending. I mean, I needed that money, of course. It was really tough back then. I don't wish this experience to anyone. I was so angry with all of this, but you see, in the middle of all of this, I was actually quite lucky because, like I said in the beginning, I had just changed my bank account to a new one. And this new bank account was one of the reasons why I decided even to change for it, because I thought it was really cool. My bank account allows the money to be divided by small pockets, you can call them, like to different pockets, that so that it's easier to help the client do their budget. And so as soon as I receive my paycheck every month, I put the amount, like small amounts of money through each of those pockets that I divide, like for rent, for electricity, or internet and stuff like that. Of course, I did that month. I received my paycheck and I did that immediately. And so those 200 euros were what I had left. I was kind of lucky with that because they were only having access to that amount that I typed. That was actually me writing the amount of money that I wanted to transfer to them, and not the full amount that I had received, because that would be an even greater punch, and I'm so glad that didn't happen. But yeah, I got so angry and ashamed, and looking back, I know that there were a couple of things I did wrong. So if I had gone directly to Etsy, to the website, I could have seen that message that I sent, that I received from Etsy, first of all, the email, of course, was completely different, that I didn't notice because I just received that on my Gmail, on the social part of Gmail, you know, where you receive emails from your social accounts and all of that. And the name was something like Etsy, whatever, they do that. But on Etsy, they clearly divide it in different categories. So the general, spam, and they have like from Etsy. And of course the email wasn't there. It was just a random dude pretending to be Etsy. This was obviously a scam. The first email that I received with someone ordering something from me, and immediately after someone, or Etsy in this case, asking me to update my bank account, my bank details. So it was, yeah, kind of smart, but I know that if I was not having a lot of my plate back then, and if I was doing things slowly, I would notice immediately this was a scam. And so, yeah, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I got really angry for that, but of course then I forgot about it. And then, 2 months later, I received an email from Scott saying that he hadn't received his print. It was like, you what? I mean, you exchange like 200 and something euros from like a 10-euro print, and you even want that money back, huh? I went to Etsy and I told them, I'm not sending anything, I'm not doing anything, because this guy is a scammer and he scammed me. And they ignored that. They said that I had to resolve the thing with my client, and my client asked for a refund. And so Etsy gave them the refund. And after that, this gave me a 1-star review because I didn't send the print to them, or because they didn't receive it. Well, send you my poop through my email. Next time I'll do that. I'll poop to you. So yeah, this is the story of how I got scammed on Etsy out of 200 euros, and then my scammer gave me a 1-star review. The cherry on top. But Etsy's now charging 20 to 15 euros to open a new store, so I definitely won't do that. So, if you guys want to adopt these sweet little kitties, please let me know. They're so cute. Don't you want some little kitties? We even have our murder kitty. I want to be adopted. Yeah. So, if any of you want to adopt a kitty and to help me change that stupid 1-star review, I would be very appreciated. Long story short, I did my procrastinating activity. I hope that you have done some of yours too. Some of you had written in the comments of things they wanted to do, so I hope that you are on those. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like and subscribe. Bye bye. I'm getting crazy.